right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shelly, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're just joining us, and if you've been with us all day, thanks for staying on. I'm going to try to make you stay another hour and 15 minutes longer. How's that sound? We're here for the markets. These markets are your money. Let's get after them and see what's going on. Let's start with corn. How's corn doing? Well, it hasn't really moved much. 11.5 cents lower in that May. It just kind of repriced 737 and a quarter. But look at the T's new crop, 690 and a quarter. That's up 6.5 cents. Bear spreading. We need the corn later, not now. And that market's telling us that. We've more bear spreading over in the soybeans, or at least it was the last time we were there. And that continues to be the case. Look at that, 19 and 3/4 cents lower in the May, 15.98 and a half May soybeans. That's down 19 and 3/4 cents. But you go out to Novi new crop, 9 and 3/4 cents lower to 14.10 and 3/4. Look, we have been 16 cents lower though. Boy, we broke that $14 mark in the new crop. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you. That obviously is all over the place. Let's see what's going on in wheat. We're bear spreading there as well. May, Chicago wheat down 9 and 3/4 cents, 9.96 and a quarter. We lost that 10 handle. We're about a penny and a quarter off the lows. That's trading heavy. March is up though, 6 and a quarter cents to 9.58. Okay, so decent range back there too, but some bear spreading. But we're acting kind of heavy in those fronts. How about hard red wheat in Kansas City? That's down 2 and 3/4 cents in the front. That's May, 10.27 even. But we are higher in the backs. Look at March is up 12.5 cents to 10.21 even. So they're more bear spreading there. Let's spring wheat, Minneapolis. What's that got for us here? We're up a penny in the front. That's May, 10.80 and a half. But you go out to say September or December. Let's go to December. That's up 6.5 cents to 10.50. How about cotton? This has been an interesting one as of late. Adding to its losses here, folks. 104 lower, 104 points lower to 134, spot 65 in that May. All right, let's bring in Todd Horwitz from Bubba Trading. Todd, I think, is in Chicago right now, still moving in. Oh, no, he's not. He's in Las Vegas. Look, you can see all the Rodins and all the big expensive art behind him. Todd, boy, you've asked me what my comments were. What do you really feel about what we got yesterday, where this market might be going, and is it trading heavy? What's happening?
Scott, I think we're just in a real malaise of a market right now. You know, the volume is so light and there's so many problems out there that you're going to see some natural selling. I mean, neither corn nor soybeans have broken any major support levels. They've come down a little bit. But again, look at where they are in comparison to everything else. So I think they look like they're going to go a lot higher. And I think wheat will come and participate soon as well. So I'm very confident and bullish on the grain markets. I mean, the overall economy, I think, is in a lot of trouble. And I think that the food shortage is in trouble. And I'm reading where there's a lot of guys that are switching from corn to soy because of the cost of fertilizer. So there's a lot of issues out there that we could solve easily, but we refuse to do so, which is a bigger concern for me.
Yeah, self-inflicted is a word that keeps it's a hyphenated word that keeps coming up. I agree with you. And also, we just got a report yesterday from Rabobank. I don't know if you saw this, Todd, but it kind of goes into what you're saying, that they believe that this tensions, war, conflict, whatever you want to call it, in Eastern Europe will have a big effect on our products here for the next 2 growing cycles, maybe 3. So that's going to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on as well. And then we enter in a lot of other things like the Fed, and it just keeps getting worse. I agree with you.
How about weather?
Yeah. Well. Oh, by the way, Mother Nature. All right, stay right there. We're going to go away, pay some bills, and we'll come back and talk livestock with Todd Horwitz after this. All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shelly, and I'm the Cow Guy. Cheap segue into looking at these livestock markets. I do it every time. I know. I just still giggle. It's so corny. How about that? All right, let's take a look at live cattle. These live cattle markets are all a little easier here today. April's off 47 cents. That's 138.90. Again, that's close to the lows, 15 cents away. But we have a $1.15 loss in the June to 135.97, and that too is about 27 cents from the lows. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. How about feeders? As we limp into the weekend, it kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Look at May's off 12 cents, 166.42. But we go out to say the deferreds. We've got September with a $1.30 loss to 178.77, and they're all kind of closer to the lows of the day here. So again, live cattle, feeder cattle kind of limping in over the line when it comes to end of the week and first day of the month too, by the way. Lean hogs turning around here. April has not yet. It's only 7 cents lower to 101.67. But if you look at all the other contract months, they're higher on the day, even though on May it's only up a nickel to 113.62. But you go out to August, 119.20 is last, and that's up 75 cents. All right, let's get back to Todd Horwitz. He's in Las Vegas. Todd is with Bubba Trading. Todd, what do you think about the livestock? What do you hear?
Well, I think that the formations look great, Scott. Again, I'm really concerned about the inflation when it comes to the cattle markets. And suddenly, hogs are pretty pricey here now as well, which is a good thing. But again, it may be a bad thing when it comes to people's budgets. And this is going to be an ongoing question: the cost to feed them, the cost to ship them, the cost to get them out, and of course, the cost to buy them at the retail end. So I think there's a lot of issues here. And I think that hogs are probably your best play in here, because if you look at the formations, they're bullish, but look at the pricing, going out into the future, and we're pretty high, not near all-time highs in cattle, but we're fairly evenly priced here, and certainly not inexpensive.
No, and there's a think tank group that came out yesterday or a day and a half ago, and they're called Evercore. And they believe that year-over-year inflation when it comes to prices of these things, beef and pork, will be up 20% year-over-year. And they're expecting chicken at the store to be up 70% year-over-year. Now, obviously, there's inflation built in there, but we've also had some avian flu issues. And they really kind of dial it all back to, yes, we do have inflation, but it's cost of production, and that's feed. And the feed cost for chickens, I didn't know this really. I knew it kind of, but the cost of production for chickens is 70 to 80% of the chicken, right? So that's huge. And the cost of production for, pork is 50%, and beef is only 25%. So they're expecting chicken to really plus. We have an issue with the avian flu, and then we also have an issue with how much it's, they're so grain intensive when it comes to their feed that's going to really be going through the roof out there. So that's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. And by the way, that last Michigan sentiment survey is telling us that the consumer's getting tired.
Right. They are getting tired, Scott. These high prices, especially for no reason, are really starting to weigh on people, I think. And again, we talk about sanctions to Russia. You really want to sanction them, pump oil. Bring the price of oil way down so that they can't hold up everybody and say, you got to pay us in rubles if you want our oil. And you can supply the rest of the world if they decide to do that. But again, we have a real fundamental problem in the administration that they refuse to do what would be the right thing for all Americans.
Hey, Todd, you're not allowed to use common sense. That's the first thing they should teach us all, right? Okay. Really
Common
appreciate you. Right. Common Sensocrat. I'm a Common Sensocrat. I own that website, by the way. All right. Thanks for being on the show. We're going to bring it back to Nashville so I can throw this back over to Suzanne.